Hello, everybody. It's Mike Liebner here from Blogging Underground, and we have a special webinar event today with local marketing expert Jordan Wexler of SmartGuy. And we're going to talk about, among other things, how to control your local areas and generate a pipeline of new clients by giving away free web pages. So, welcome, Jordan. Thank you for joining me today.
Thank you, Mike. Glad to be here.
You know, just to give a real quick little background, I've been working with Jordan on his SmartGuy project probably for about 4 or 5 months now.
Mm-hmm.
And Jordan basically revealed this thing to me, and I'm going to turn it over to Jordan in a few minutes, and he's going to explain all about it. But SmartGuy is an incredible concept. It's one of those things when you see it, you're going to say, oh my God, I wish I thought of that. And that's kind of what happened to me. But I remember the first time you showed it to me and you took me around and you explained, okay, you could do this and there's these opportunities, and once you do this, you have control of that. And I remember, I'm not exaggerating, but the first time you showed this to me for that night, all I could think about that night was all the different possibilities and opportunities with SmartGuy. Because up until that point, I have to admit, I was a little, I wasn't really focusing on local marketing as much. Not that I'm an expert now, you're the expert, but I remember it was just like, man, that makes so much sense. And there are so many cool things you could do. And of course, with Blogging Underground and Article Underground, the focus is generally on worldwide traffic, getting big traffic. But what I've learned from Jordan is that there's a whole world of opportunity right there where you live. And I was so excited. The next day or the next 2 days, I kept saying to Jordan, okay, I got to buy one of these. And he kept saying, no, wait, think it over before you buy it, pick the right cities. And I'm like, well, I want to get 2. I want to get 3 cities. And which one should I get? And I just remember he kept saying, well, take your time, think about it. And I'm like, well, I don't want anybody else to get the cities. And
I remember that.
that was the original discussion. But the thing is, what Jordan's going to show to you today is going to make you feel the same way, or I think it is, if he can convey the same kind of information to you that he did to me. So with that said, I don't want to build you up too high, but I know Jordan has a wealth of information on local marketing, and in particular, he's going to tell you about this SmartGuy thing, which is a fantastic concept and has a lot of opportunities, all different kinds of opportunities. So I really think you guys will get a lot of value from it. So we're going to go about 50, 60 minutes, and after that we're going to go ahead and take all of your questions. So if you have a question, please type it in the question box, and I'll read some of them during the event, and then afterwards I'm going to go ahead and go through all of them and make sure I get it. And we want to make sure that you have a really good understanding of local marketing and the different nuances, and of course SmartGuy and how SmartGuy can help you in that respect. So with that said, I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to you. I'm going to change presenters and make Jordan Wexler the presenter here. Take it away, Jordan.
Excellent. Thanks, Mike. Now, please, as I go through this, Mike is managing the questions tab, so ask away, and then Mike will bring it up. I'm going to go through this, but like Mike said, it's revolutionizing how people are growing their business online and offline by developing these massive ecosystems. Okay, it's kind of like if you heard about Google when it started. At first, there's like, oh my God, there's so many things. But I want you to ask questions, and then I ask you, Mike, if you would, to bring them up to me as I'm going through it. I want to make sure it's very, very clear. Without going into too much detail on my background, I graduated from USC. I did very well in school. I got recruited by one of the largest privately held pension funds to buy millions of dollars of real estate on behalf of teachers and firemen's fund and these major insurance companies, and then got recruited by a real estate developer, and we developed shopping centers across the country. And then when I came back, I realized more and more, back to Los Angeles, that lead generation was always going to be a big industry. And so I started innovating the way lead generation was done. One thing, I was the founder of Information Now. Those of you that have driven around and see, free 800 number, call for 24-hour recorded information on this property, enter this code, and then you would hear that information and it would automatically capture the caller's phone number and send it live in real time. Even if they had an unblocked, or even if they had a blocked number, it sent that right away to the realtor, the lender, to pre-qualify them. I also formed a company called MortgageLeads.com and really came a new way to buy leads online, where I'm sure you guys got the forms that said, fill out this form, have up to 3 lenders compete for your business, etc. You fill it out, it would propagate my database and lenders would buy it. And this idea came to me, and those 2 companies I grew very big and I sold. This company, my intention is something a little different. I don't believe the government's printing of money is going to turn things around. I hope it does, I just don't think it is. So I had to find a way to help millions of businesses for free and teach them that the future is for them to grow through referrals and past customers. You know, most people don't realize that referrals and past customers account for 60 or even 70% of actual transactions. And as a result, there's never been a system that I would automatically, you know, generate these relationships and manage them for you. Well, that's what Smart Guy does, and it's so easy. The fact is, getting local business clients where you live has never been easier. I'm going to show you a way to generate new clients without selling and with virtually no effort. And you're going to do this by giving away web pages for free. I mean, think about it. How many businesses do you know who would love to get a free web page for their business that can rank on top of search engines in as little as a week or 2? Okay, now knowing that, imagine how easy and fun it'd be to secure them as clients by making this happen. This is how easy it is. Businesses go to Smart Guy. They click Add Your Business for free. Now watch how easy this is. They can watch our 2-minute video, or they can go right on and move ahead to where it says Add Your Business for free. They're going to select their category and their profession. So if I'm in insurance, okay, I'll select business. I'm going to select insurance. I'm going to put in my zip code, whatever it is. I hit save and continue, and they're almost done. They just filled this information out on their business, and when they're done, they hit save and continue. That's it. This system will then immediately create a web page for them. But it's a web page that will rank on the top of the search engines. In fact, it will be listed not only in their city network, but every city network within 30 miles, as well as their industry network, giving it massive exposure online and offline. Let me explain, just to show you how fast it's growing. I'm going to click here on List of City Networks. As I scroll down, now we went live only about 1.5 years ago. I'm hoping that you can see the state, and underneath that, the cities. These are networks. So you see here Anaheim, these are the number of members. Now I'm sure you guys are saying, is that 1,000 members? That's 1,000 members within 30 miles of this business. But understand, these members, this information was not dumped in. When you see 1,000 members, that means 1,000 local businesses took the time to fill that out. Why? Because someone told them, oh my God, I filled this out, I got a free web page, got to the top of the search engine. Then they told a friend, then they told a friend, then they told a friend. So I'm going to scroll down so you can see how fast these are growing. Okay? Now, what we're developing is massive business ecosystems of places where consumers and businesses can come together and refer each other and benefit from each other, creating a true synergy of success. Now, and it's not just in the US. If you look, it's rapidly expanding in Canada. In fact, we just did a deal with Bahrain, Dubai, 2 days ago, Mexico, Fiji. Let me show you what an example of these networks are like. So let's say, for example, I'm in Anaheim. Okay, so I'm going to the Anaheim Business Network. Now, all the business networks look the same. When you guys add your businesses, they will automatically propagate in all city networks within 30 miles. So if you were in Anaheim, you would be in the Anaheim Business Network, the Torrance Business Network, the, I don't know, all the areas around Anaheim. But you can see here, this is showing 1,099. So there's already 1,099 businesses in this area that all agree to do 2 things. 1, provide top quality service, and 2, refer each other. By the way, we only allow 3 professionals per category per zip code. That's it. That means 3 painters, 3 mortgage guys, 3 real estate, 3 financial planners. All of them agree to refer each other. So understand two sides of this. We're going to talk about the value of how I'm going to get you to the top of the search engines and drive consumers looking for you online, and how I can connect you with hundreds of other local businesses willing to use your services. If I scroll down, you'll notice all of the members. Now there's premium members and free members. We'll talk about that in a minute. But if I scroll down, you'll see it'll show it by industry, by the name of the company, by their phone number, by their link. Now take a look at how fast some of these are growing. Can you guys see this explosive growth? Oh, by the way, when you see new, that means they just signed up within the last 2 weeks, or that would have dropped. I'm only on C, by the way. I don't know if you guys can see this. I'm still on C because it's still propagating down here. That's how many businesses. So let's give you an example so you see what we're giving away to businesses for free. So let's say I'm a, fitness trainer, and I'm Mitchell Systems. Here's their phone number. Now they signed up. Now when they filled out their profile, they marked the option that they're offering a discount. They don't have to. They marked it. Okay. Also that they're hiring, that's what the H is, and that they would consider bartering or trading services. So I'm going to look at the free page that was created by Smart Guy for them. Okay. Again, you see the discount that they're offering. You see their information here. They're hiring. Here's their company information. You don't see a bunch of ads and garbage. Okay. If I scroll down, a link to their website, their email, their company overview. Now they've opted to upgrade to premium so they can add a YouTube video. Makes a big difference. Google Map, etc. Now, but here's the magic part about this free web page that they got. Now, we always optimize these pages based on where they are and what they do. So let's highlight this, Torrance, California fitness training. Okay, so if I'm going to Google that phrase, you'll see here we are right here. So you see where it says smartguy.com? That's our member. Okay, now it doesn't have to be that exact phrase. I can change it any way I want. Let's say Torrance Fitness Training, take out the CA. They're still there. Now, by the way, and I'm sure most of you know this if you're connected with Mike, these guys are paying thousands of dollars a month in what's called pay-per-clicks to be here. This is what's called the organic region. Here's where you want to be. Let's try some other things. Let's try Fitness Training Torrance. Let's start moving stuff around. Oh, here, Fitness Training Torrance right there. Okay, here they are right here still. So what I want you to think about is, and it doesn't matter. Let's say that I am looking for a graphic designer in Encino. Okay, I search graphic design Encino. Here it is. Here's a Smart Guy member. Or I'm in Manassas, Virginia, selling insurance. Okay. The point is, we always optimize by where they are and what they like Google Local, where they are and what they do. Okay. Now, a lot of you, I'm sure, are asking Mike, oh my God, this is going to change how people do business. I mean, are you kidding me? That's why it's growing so fast. Yes. And the reason how we're doing this is, again, we talked about this before. When they add their business in, it's listing them in their city network, all city networks within 30 miles, as well as their industry network. What I mean by industry network is, let's say they're a doctor. They will also be in the doctor business network. We own all of those as well. So you see Doctor Business Network, or Dentist Business Network, or Attorney Business Network, or Contractor Business Network. It doesn't matter, okay? It's this amount of what's called relative links, all pointing in, that help raise it higher, okay? This, so you see, here's an example. Here's the Doctor Business Network. I'll go ahead and click on the members page so you can see what I'm talking about. So you can see here, for example, here's a bankruptcy attorney. Here's their name. Here's their number. Here is a link to their page. So let's go ahead and take a look at it. Now, this member upgraded to premium. One of the advantages to upgrade to premium is that you can have a custom keyword phrase, okay? So this attorney contacted us and said, hey, listen, I don't even, were they Brooklyn? Where were they? Brooklyn. So he's like, I don't want to just be under Brooklyn, bankruptcy attorney, whatever. I want specifically to go after harassing creditor calls. So I want a special keyword phrase. So he upgraded to premium. You'll see the big advantage for him and for the business network leader. We haven't talked about that yet. I'm saving that till the end. You will see this is the opportunity of a lifetime to be an exclusive business network leader and have all this power to upsell your services. You probably, many of you are already figuring it out. Well, Jordan, I could give this away for free. show them a week or two later, and then secure them as a client and upsell them, whatever. Okay, you're getting there. So let's take a look. Harassing creditor calls New York. So let's go ahead and highlight this phrase, and I'm going to search just a piece of it. Harassing creditor calls in New York. So if I Google that phrase, I can see here's our Smart Guy member right here. Okay, and I'll click it just so you see it goes directly to them. Okay, now let's change it up. Let's try FDCPA violations in New York. Okay. Here it is right here. You can see it says Smart Guy, right? And actually you can see how it's pulling right there. Okay, but that's how it works. Now before I go on, Mike, are there any questions? I want to make sure as I'm going through this that I'm answering all the questions that people have.
I'm going to let you know about the questions as they relate to what you're doing. So right now there are some questions, but as they apply, I'll go ahead and ask them. And there's also a garbage truck going by. So I'll mute this real quick. You're doing great. Great information.
Don't believe it, by the way. He lives at the beach in Laguna in a beautiful house, steps from the water. They don't have garbage trucks, so don't believe it. Okay? Hey, I go there as often as he invites me. And even when he doesn't invite me, I go down there. Okay. Now, as a member, you can log in at any time. I've already logged in here. And you can update your profile. Now, they're going to love this. Not only did they get a free web page, watch this. I'm going to click Update Profile. Now, all the information that I entered when I signed up, I can actually access and change. No need for HTML, no FTP, no webmaster. They just click Update Profile, whatever they want to change. I want to add something to my company information. I want to mark that I would consider bartering. I want to include some coverage areas. Then I just hit Update Profile, and boom, live in real time, it's updated, number one. Number two, they can access leads from Find a Professional. That's our sister site. Find a Professional automatically, consumers go there, they fill out the lead request that they have, and automatically it will send it there. Yes, good question. And Australia, we'll get to that, but yeah, Australia. In fact, we don't have a client yet for Australia, but yes, it does work in Australia. We just secured the domain. I think it's australianetworking.com, but we haven't finished setting it up yet. Cool. Next, check this out. Under leads received, oh no, that's the Find a Professional one. Under referral system, we've developed and submitted patents on this referral system, which means that any member can send a referral to another member with full accountability. In fact, if I send a referral to Mike, I can track when I send it to him. I know that he got it, I know that he opened it up, and I know the final result. I never risk getting a black eye, sending a referral to Mike, and then Mike doesn't follow it up. At any time, like I have 6 referrals I've sent, I can click referral sent. It shows me and I see Mike's notes, job in progress, whatever it is. I can even open up and see what he typed. Now, this applies not just locally, but worldwide. The other day, I saw a referral from someone in LA who sent a referral to somebody in the Dubai Business Network because I guess they were traveling to Dubai. Their mother was very old. They needed someone to watch their mom while they were out touring. Fascinating. Okay. Next, let's get enough of the login, etc. Let me show you. We've talked enough about. I think you guys already understand the power of how this can get your business online. Now let's go ahead and talk about, and we talked a little about offline. Let's talk about some of the other benefits. Smart Guy has 3 different levels of membership, and I'll show you the membership types. As I said, everything I showed you right there, businesses can sign up for free. They're listed in our directory, they're listed in our network, they're listed in our local city network, and they get that editable online business profile. If they upgrade to Plus for $19 a month, it's virtually nothing, right? They can select their own keyword phrase, and they can add and enter the affiliate system. Now, get this. That means if I pay $19 a month, I can give away to all these businesses this free web page. And when they upgrade to premium, whether it's $19 or $49 a month, I make half, not one time, every month ongoing. Not only that, but when they refer other people and they upgrade, I make 10% of that also. So it becomes a nice income stream that comes in, okay? And they're also included in their homepage quick page searches. If you want, here, let me show you that really quickly because people always are amazed at that. In fact, I'm going to just show you here. People always ask me about that because they're always they like this ongoing revenue idea. Well, you know what? I'll show when we talk about the business networks. That's the better way to do it here.
Okay.
Okay.
And what area geographically would you say Smart Guy covers?
It's global. UK. Somebody asked me about the UK on my last call. It was 45 minutes ago. It's funny. It's global. As I said before, well, it's pretty much any area. I mean, Mike got the cities near him. A couple days ago, someone took Mexico. Somebody took Fiji. We just secured the Philippines. It's really pretty much unlimited. Oh, but it's exclusive. What I mean by that is only one person control a city. We'll get to that in a minute. Let me go through the rest of this, and then we'll talk about that. So you can see the other advantages in being a $49 premium member. You get top placement. Well, this is a big one. We only allow, remember I told you, 3 professionals per category per zip code. So how many painters in your zip code would love to get a free web page that gets on the top of search engines? Obviously more than 3. As a result, when there's already 3 freebies and a 4th wants to get in, our system says, I'm sorry, there's already 3. You can choose to, 1, pick a different zip code. Number 2, get on the waiting list, or number 3, upgrade to premium. If it's available, you now have 1 of 3 guaranteed spots. And that last freebie who signed up is now dropped. So you have 1 premium and 2 freebies, but never more than 3. Because first and foremost, we're a business network. Now, you're probably some of you saying, well, if there's 500 categories and there's 3 of each, that's 1,500 professionals per zip code. And if I'm making half of 49, even if I forget about the other referrals, $25 times 1,500, and I don't know, does anybody have a calculator? It's a lot of money a month. And that's just the beginning. So I want you to stay tuned to hear about the advantage of running your city network, because that is going to be the money that you can earn. It's crazy, okay? Some of the other advantages in being a premium member, well, you can add a YouTube video. Oh, this one, ability to submit an article. Now, you see how we can get businesses on the top of the search engines. What if you could have articles also get to the top of the search engines? See, a lot of the other search engine companies that did websites, you can never find them on the top of searches anymore. They've been nerfed because they're reusing data, there's duplicate content, etc. We only allow original content. We have guidelines, we make sure it's right, but watch this. So let's say, for example, you had an article on the mortgage environment, okay? So if I do a search of the term mortgage environment, look whose article is number 1 on the search engines. Okay, I'll go ahead and click it so you guys can see it. Okay, but you can see because it says Smart Guy. Okay, see here, today's mortgage. But let's say you have a client that's a contractor. So you say, I'm going to write an article on hiring qualified contractors. Okay, and then all the businesses, all the consumers that go there, you're generating leads now with this article, or hiring qualified plumbers. That's a big one, isn't it?
Can you do me a favor, Jordan?
Yeah.
Can you explain what local marketing is and what people do to help businesses locally? Because when you say if you have a client that does this, or if you have a client that does that.
I see. Right now, the race, especially amongst web designers, SEO guys, people that sell mobile applications, etc. The race is to control your local community. You can look at the stats. Mike can spew them off to you. I think it's close to only 8 or 9%, for example, have mobile sites. Yet that's such a fast-growing area that there's these businesses that are opening up.
A lot of them don't even have blogs or websites.
Yep. And if you have the ability to meet the local businesses, to give them something for free, a website that can get to the top of the search engines on their business, you've built the relationship by giving. Every relationship locally begins by giving, not selling. But when you give something for free to somebody, something that has value, something that helps them both grow online and offline, you've built a relationship. They're going to come and say, well, what else can you do for me? I know many of your listeners, Mike, are search engine optimizers or web designers or article writers. Oh my God, they're probably saying, this is it. This is exactly what they need. This is going to allow them to meet all these local relationships. And as they meet the local relationships, they're securing them instead of by selling, by giving. Let me tell you, it's a lot more fun to give something away to build a relation than to sell. Okay, so again, the idea of these articles, it works the same. If I was an auto dealer, then what do consumers look at? Safest cars on the road. Whatever the topic is. Now, a lot of you might be saying, maybe I don't have one here. Oh, yeah. A lot of you might be saying, well, that's great, but how are you able to do the articles? I guess you guys understand how I was able to do getting the businesses to the top of search engines. Well, it's similar. Let's go ahead and search any business network, Downey Business Network. It doesn't matter. Let's pick a city business network. Okay, Downey Business Network. Now, if you look at the city network, what I want you to notice is as we create an article, oh my God, as we create an article, they scroll here on the bottom. Okay, so let's look at some of these. $19 a year phone service. Oh, you know, I created this, I think when we came out of beta, because I wanted to see if I could beat Magic Check, Mike. Is that funny? I wonder if it still ranks. That's why I did that. Probably. Most of them rank forever, by the way. You're probably saying, do the articles fall off? No, they actually stay pretty good. Yeah, here it is. You can see the Smart Guy article. But they rotate on the bottom of the business networks. Again, so if I go back to let me go back to the city network. So they rotate on the bottom of the city networks, developing a tremendous amount of leads. It doesn't matter what the article is. You just look at the article and you can copy it and you can search whatever it is. I think I've shown you enough examples. You get the idea behind it. Okay.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes, please.
This is a great question here from Fred. He wanted to know if 3 plumbers sign up for a free site, what happens to the 4th one?
The 4th one can't get in as free. He must upgrade to premium. Otherwise, he can't get in.
So it bumps the other people?
Well, no. If
he signs up as a premium, he bumps the other 3? He
bumps the last freebie, the sign up. That's correct. So you're probably saying, well, then, Jordan, eventually all of them will be premium. And if I run that city network and I have, 500 times 1,500 businesses just per zip code. A lot of cities have 5-6 zip codes, obviously, or more.
Yeah.
Times $25 a month. This could be a nice. By the way, before I continue, before you guys thinking this is going to be insanely expensive, I want you to listen in. You're going to be able to run your city network for under $100. Now, I just want to tell you, because you're probably thinking, my God, that this is some $25,000 franchise. No, it's going to be that inexpensive.
Or a $2,000 training course or something.
Right.
It's not. So, Jordan has a great opportunity to use this service to your advantage to help you get more local clients and make money from serving people. And you could actually get a piece of the action when they sign up for the premium services. But I'll let you...
More than a piece, half. But now watch this, guys. We've talked enough about the businesses. If you haven't seen how I'm giving you the golden goose, to connect with your... go to Starbucks. Anywhere you go to Pete's Coffee. Everybody wants a free web page. In fact, and I don't know, Mike, I don't think I've shown you this. We've created shirts that even will advertise it for you. They're going to rush to you. And then, of course, after you give them the free page, then you sell them. But watch this. Enough about the businesses. Let's talk about how we're developing these ecosystems to not only bring businesses in, but also how we're going to get consumers to your businesses. You see here where it says discounts, jobs, barter. This is on all the city networks as well. Now watch what happens. When I'm a consumer and I look for a discount, let's just say 90210. Let's say my area. Okay? So I'm searching for discounts. Now, Google gives you one discount in one area for a limited time on a service I might not even need. Watch this. We give you hundreds of discounts in hundreds or thousands of areas that are available all the time on Groupon? Services you use every day. Did I say? I meant Groupon. Can you guys see all these discounts? Why would a consumer pick a random name out of the phone book without a rating system? Remember, our members are rated, right? Without a rating system and end up not knowing anything about their details, about no background, nothing about them, and pay full price when they can come to their local city network or Smart Guy. And by the way, you can see how fast it's growing. I can also query it by miles. Okay, I only want to know within 20 miles, and I only want home-related because I'm going to buy or sell a home. So I hit search, and it's only showing me those. So if I scroll down now, so you can see here, painting, glass repair, plumbing, air conditioning, handyman, locksmith, I mean, I use the service myself. Why? Because why would I want to pay more? I'd rather save up to 50%. Okay? And by the way, when you find one you like, you just click on it. And you say, hey, Uncle Bernie's Glass Mirror. Hey, Bernie, you know, I'd like to get my glass repair mirror. And by the way, let's take a look and see how he's doing on optimization. Glass or mirror repair in Beverly Hills. That's a pretty good term. A lot of glass and mirrors there. Let's just see while I'm waiting here. So if I search glass repair, Beverly Hills, let's see how he's doing. Here he is, right here at the top. By the way, how about let's try glass replacement. Right here. Now, you notice how he has a custom keyword phrase? We did this so he could get more searches. How about mirror replacement? Here it is. Again, these guys are paying to be here, okay? So 310, this is a guy, this is a competition. He's here, okay? Or what was it? Mirror repair. This is the only one we haven't tried. Let's see if it's there. Here it is. Okay? Pretty outstanding, eh? That's for the Canadians, eh? So,
I have a question here.
Yeah.
How is it that you rank so high, so consistently for almost everything?
Again, there's many, ask Mike that question and he'll give you the same answer. Actually, he won't tell you. But I will tell you that some of it has to do with, number one, we don't have duplicate content. Again, and I brought this up before, it's an important thing. A lot of the directories that you know that are out there that you probably wasted time filling out and then seen something that says claim this listing, I got news for you. If they put that, that probably means that they dumped a bunch of data that came out 20 or 30 years ago. And the whole thing is, see, just so you understand, the whole purpose of search engines, that what makes one better than another is their ability to put quality information in their searches. Not duplicate, not old, not quality information. Smart Guy's rating keeps going up and up and up because that's what we do. Okay? This information was filled by good old Uncle Bernie here. Okay? This is it. And by the way, you might be saying, well, does somebody have to have a website in order to have Smart Guy? No. Look, so if you want to give it away for free, call them 1 week later and say, hey, I already got you on the top of the search engine so people can find you. By the way, I noticed you don't have a website. Would you like to have me build you one? And charge them $1,000 or $2,000. Wow, was that an easy deal or what? I'll tell you a funny story and we'll get right into the business network. So I had all right, I'll tell you. So I had a guy sign up in, where was it? I think it was Pinehurst, right, when I came out of beta. And he got his business network. 3 days later, he got 3 more. He got all the areas around him. And I called him up, and I said, well, you haven't really done anything with your site. And I see you haven't done any advertising or anything else on your business network. And he said, well, what do I care about that for? And I said, well, what do you mean? He goes, all I do is I give it away for businesses. Then I turn around and I show them what I've already done in terms of ranking, etc. And I sell them a $2,000 website. What do I care about, you know, charging people to advertise and all that? So it becomes an amazing building builder. Really quick, and then I'm going to go a business builder. Business builder.
Even better.
Okay. Similarly, I showed you discounts. Jobs and barter works the same. If I'm looking for jobs, I put in the zip code. You'll see automatically it's going to show me the jobs that are available. Again, the businesses that are signing up, if they're hiring, have the ability to market. Okay. Another huge one is barter. Now, barter will be enormous, okay? So you guys are going to want to see this. Again, I'm looking for, if you don't know what barter means, is to trade services, okay? So for example, if I'm a painter and let's say, for example, oh, here's a glass guy. You see they mark barter. I'm a painter. I have the tools. I have the equipment. I have a truck. And I have no clients for a week and a half. So I'm sitting with nothing to do. But I know that there's a printer. I found him here on my barter system. Willing to barter. So I contact the printer and say, hey, listen, Mr. Printer, I'd be happy to paint your building or your house if you give me 5,000 color flyers. Now he says, 5,000 color flyers? Sure. I mean, he owns the presses. He owns everything. The ink costs virtually nothing. Done deal. So what I'm able to do is turn dead time into value. This will be huge, everybody. Now, imagine everything that I've said over the last 30 minutes. Imagine if you're in, and again, whatever the city is, let's do something different. How about Beverly Hills? Okay, whatever city you're in, and you have the exclusive ability to run one of our city networks. And again, all of the business networks look basically the same. Okay, so this is the Beverly Hills City Network. By the way, if anybody has to go, let me make sure this is clear, because I know after I get through this, you guys are going to start bombing me with emails to secure it, okay, because it's cheap and it's amazing. And we do all the work pretty much for you. All you do is give it away, all right? If you have to leave early, here's what you're going to want to do. I'm going to still go through everything. You're going to want to email me and email me direct, jordan@smartguy.com. You cannot get a business network going to smartguy.com. It's not available. You cannot get it there. You have to email me. I have to talk, make sure I think it's a good fit, because it's exclusive. So one in New York City, one in Philadelphia, one in Beverly Hills. The most common questions people ask me is, exclusive, nobody else can have that name? That's correct. Can I have more than once? The answer is yes, as long as you can service them. If you're a plumber, no. Or an insurance guy, you have to be able to service the areas. If you're an SEO guy or a web designer, sure. You can have areas that are not near you because, again, you're all online, in the cloud, as they say. Yes.
Why don't you tell them the special offer so they understand that as well?
Okay. And again, I'm going to
revisit it again. At the end, we'll cover it again, but
the
just
point
in
is,
brief.
Because of Mike, you're going to be able to get it for 30 days for only $99 a month. No contract, month to month. Normally it's $199, but we're going to let you have it for 50% off. Why? Because nobody ever cancels. In fact, after a week or two, you'll get more. That's just what happens. I mean, if you get one client, you just paid the thing, many times over. But let's go back. I want to show you the value of these networks. Now, if you look at this, would, for example, be your city network if this was available. It's not. Do you see all these banners on the right? There's actually 10 banners that scroll 5 per page. You make 100% of the income from it. Now, you're going to say to me, well, can I charge whatever I want? Yeah, 50 a month, 75 a month, they pay you directly. Okay? Doesn't take too many. If you sold 4 banners, if you gave away 4 banners for just $50 each for the first 4, the rest you'll charge 100 or more, right? Just the first 4. Find a realtor, a lender, an insurance guy, and a financial planner, and say, I'm going to give away these free web pages to everybody in the city. I'm going to let the first 4 people get it for only $50, and I'll keep you grandfathered in. My God, that just covered all your costs. Okay, but let's go on. So you have that, number 1. Number 2, you see these? These are text ads. You can have as many businesses as you want on text ads in here as well. And again, you charge them what you want. You want to charge them $20 a month, $30 a month, $200 a year, $100 a year. It's up to you. You have a partners page right over here. You can put anybody you want in there. Gold, silver, bronze. You just say, hey, add this guy to gold, add this guy to silver, add this guy to bronze. By the way, we manage the whole thing for you. So if you want someone in gold, you're just going to go ahead and send us the description with the link and say, please add it to gold, or please add it to silver. We run it all for you. Your job is to simply be the hero. You just want to give it away. That's what you want to do. Okay? Let's talk about some of the things. As people sign up, and they will in the droves, they're going to tell their friends, they're going to tell their friends, etc. When they upgrade to premium, here, I'm going to actually show you on a live account because you guys will like this. This is the access you get as a business network leader. Oh, actually, I could have just, here, let me log out of here. I could have just done it this way.
Jordan, what's the email I should tell people to contact you at?
You have to, well, first of all, before you flood me, let me explain a couple things. The information I will need is your name, the best phone numbers to reach you, and the cities you're interested in. You're not obligated, but what I'm going to do, and it's Jordan, Jordan, @smartguy.com. What I'm going to do is take the emails in order of receiving them, okay? Because every time I do a webinar like this, we get inundated, and I'm going to go down the line. So maybe if you want to take the minute right now to do it, you can email me right now, Jordan, Jordan, @smartguy.com. I just need your name, the best phone numbers to reach you, and the cities you're interested in. And then tomorrow, I'll start calling people back, and I will do it in order of receiving them because I'm sure a lot of you will say the same cities. Okay? All right, now watch this. So this guy got a business network. I think he got it about 2.5 months ago. Watch this. I'm going to log in, and you guys will have the same. I hope this is his login. I can't remember. Maybe not. Oh, it is. Okay. Now watch this. You'll be able to log in yourself. Do you see it says affiliate login right here? I'm going to click affiliate login. Now, this is the area that's showing you the number of impressions. So when people go to your city network, you track the number of people that see it. How many people click on the add your business for free? Okay. The number of sales that you get. Now watch this. If you click leads, you'll see the number of people that had added their business for free. If you click sales, whoops, oh well. If you click sales, it shows you the number of people have upgraded to premium. You're making $25 a month on, this is what you're making. Okay, this is his account. So this is all your first tier. Okay, so he makes 50% of the 49. Now anybody that they refer that upgrades, he also makes money on that. So if I click right over here to tier 2, it'll show me the business that he referred. You see? Now, there's reports. You can hit custom reports and say, oh my God, this is tracking everything, total earned, total paid, current balance. What if I want to report based on the recent clicks? You might say, I want to put banners on Facebook, on Twitter. I'm sure a lot of you are thinking, my gosh, I'm going to blow this out of the water. Watch this. If I hit recent clicks, it shows me the date, the time, the banner that they entered, their IP address, etc. Or if I want a banner effectiveness report, I can select the date that I want. I'll just select the short date. Boom, it's showing me the banner, the impressions it got, the clicks, it's showing me my click rate, etc. Okay. Also, you get a direct link code. Now, don't use this because you're giving him credit. The purpose of this is if you send this out, and obviously each one of you will have your own direct link code, and I take this and say, get a free web page, no kidding, that ranks high on search engines, click here. The word here will be this direct link code. So when they click there, it's tracked by you, whether they're in Los Angeles, Bahrain, Mexico, or Fiji. Now, they won't be necessarily in your city network. If you're in, let's say, for example, you bought the San Francisco Business Network, they won't be listed there. They'll be in the Fiji Business Network. But when they upgrade to premium, you're making money. Okay? Any questions so far? I want to make sure. I know a lot of you are probably mesmerized, and I've only talked about some of the things that this can do, but I want to make sure that I get the questions answered.
There are a lot of questions. I'll be asking them. A few of them were talking about areas. They didn't see their city, and how do they know what cities are available and stuff like that.
That's a good question. If you go to Smart Guy and you scroll down, and don't do it now because obviously you're not going to see what we're doing, and you hit List of City Networks, I'm going to scroll down now. You're going to see this lists a lot of the networks. When you see leased, that means it's obviously taken. Okay? Now, if your city is not here, that doesn't mean we can't build it. We just haven't built it yet. It only takes a couple days to build it. So you would just say, okay, well, whatever the area is, you just send us that, and we'll just try and get that for you. That's all. We just embed our technology within it, etc. So, but obviously, if it's here and it says available, it's probably available. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's how that works. And again, when you send me an email, just list the ones that you're interested in, and when I call you back, we can go through it. Now, again, you cannot share this with other people. Let me make this clear. Mike has a list of you people on this call, on this webinar. You took the time to spend so far 44 minutes with me. Actually, if you heard Mike and my humor, probably another 10 minutes on top of that before the call.
Is that what that was?
But the point is, you people are going to get this benefit. Now, whether Mike offers a second chance later, if you're watching this on a recorded, my suggestion is call Mike. Mike, or they can call me, I guess, and we'll see. But for right now, our intention, we're giving you this deal. You took the time right now, half off, $99. And again, we do all the work. There's no contract. Your job is to just give it out. But the most important value in these networks, and again, it doesn't matter where you are. Let's say I'm in Great Britain. And what do you guys have? Web designers, Mike? What? Great Britain web design. Maybe I'm in Great Britain. Here we go. Web design. Okay? Or I'm an accountant.
Yeah, and you're expanding to cover just about every area.
Right. Let me see here. Maybe not. Oh, here we go. But the idea behind it is the most important value it's not just that you're the go-to person. It's not just the prestige of saying, hey, I run our local city network. Yeah, that's going to open up a lot of doors. Okay? When they deciding between you and somebody else and you give them a card, and by the way, we give you your own card grid. Did I mention that? That'll say the name of your city business network. You take it to a printer. It's really impressive, right? It's not just the ability to go ahead and make money from it. It's not just the notoriety of being the go-to person in the city. It's how many new clients can you get by giving it away for free. You know, I have a lot of times, let's say that the husband is a contractor and his wife is a stay-at-home mom. She might go ahead and market this to all the businesses. Yeah, she's making a great side income, but the other advantage is she's promoting her husband's business at the same time. So it's so much value that's available to you, and it's exclusive. One person per area, okay? And again, I know that a lot of people are asking about areas. Let me go here and see list of city networks. But it's, again, even if we don't have it listed, we can go ahead and create it for you, okay? But it's exclusive, and the exclusivity has to do with the name. So, and each business network, by the way, propagates in a 30-mile radius. So even if you're in a small town, it will automatically list everybody in a 30-mile radius, even though it has the name of your small town. Now, a lot of times people will also ask us, what are the different types of business networks? Well, there's the city networks, which I showed you. There's also the industry networks. They're not available, like the veterans business. We just turned this one on a couple days ago to give you an idea. Veteran, because you have to understand, our goal is to help millions of businesses. As I said in the beginning, we don't believe the government's printing of money is going to turn things around. We know that if businesses all connect with each other, they're going to benefit. So we just turned this on, I think it was a week and a half ago or something like that, maybe 2.5 weeks ago. So there's already 162 members. And you can see if I scroll down. So what this means is we have the Hispanic Business Network, we have the Woman-Owned Network, we have a bunch of these. Now, they're not available, but again, when somebody signs up, and let's say when they're filling out their profile that they mark they're a veteran, they're going to be listed in here as well. Now you're saying, well, why would we do this, right? The reason why is we can now go to, let's say, the Veterans Association and say, how would every veteran like a free webpage, and also give them the ability to connect with each other and help each other. The advantage to you is if there's veterans in your city network, they're going to be listed there also. So every time we make an alliance, it helps grow your business network. It helps drive more consumers and businesses to you.
And it strengthens the network as well. All of the Smart Guy listings benefit.
That's correct. Any general questions? And again, the steps for you if you run a business network, because you might be saying, is there a lot to it? It's super simple. We create it. We do it all. You get those cards or email it out. That's it. So step one, you want to tell them. How many businesses do you know who would love a free web page that'll rank on the top of the search engines? Just tell them. Step number two, show them. 1 week later, go to your network, find their page, click it. If they're on the top of Google, show them. Number three, upgrade them. Now, you don't even need to call and tell them the benefits of upgrading, because automatically they'll be getting a series of emails from us telling them all the advantages of upgrading, so they'll probably upgrade on their own anyway. But you can call them if you want. And number four, and most importantly, promote yourself. Now that you've established a relationship, enjoy the benefits by networking and turning them into existing clients for your product or your service. It's simple, everybody. It really is simple. Questions, Mike?
We do have a lot of questions, but if it's okay, I was hoping you could just cover what you do for the members as far as training and helping them take advantage from all of this. And then as soon as you're done, if you could mention the special once again, and then I'll go ahead and start reading these off. We got a lot of them.
Okay, Smart Guy University is one of the platforms that we have where we provide education for all our members. In fact, Mike will be speaking. So after this, go to Smart Guy University on blogging. Don't miss it. And you can sign up for it right there. This is a little plug for Mike. Okay, but here it is. So you see right here, if you scroll down, upcoming Smart Guy Introduction webinar. So we do that for our members. We also have calls for our business network leaders. So once a week, you can connect with all the other network leaders. Oh, I just got to deal with Starbucks. Oh, and they can all talk about the different strategies and everything that they're doing. Okay. The other thing is we give you a manual. It's an online guide. It's terrific. Okay. And it gives you examples. Here, let me show you here. Let me log in. Oh man, this is huge. How do I don't see the shrink. Oh, here we go. Minus. Okay. There, maybe that's too small now. But so you see, we give you this network leader guide, and what the network leader guide, as you see, does is it talks about what we expect of you in terms of just giving it away. Here, I'll show you, because you guys are gonna like this. So we talk about right here, adding the business for free, membership types, upgrading. We walk you through everything. It's just a guide, even though it's super simple. Again, you give it away, they pretty much, you show them, that's it. But I want
Can
you
I
to
say
see.
something,
So,
Jordan?
yeah.
This isn't so much a job. It's not like a job where you have to learn about your employer and know everything in perfect detail. It's more of a silent tool that you use to get your foot in the door to sell whatever it is that you do. So whatever it is that you do, you already know. This is merely a way to get your foot in the door and gain credibility and trust from people.
You can see the value we're giving you, places to find. And I'm sure you guys, well, how much is the book? Because, you know, whenever you go to a seminar, they upsell you. There is no upsell here, guys. You're getting this deal because Mike has been a good friend of mine for, I don't know, whatever it is. It's 20 years, 30, whatever it is.
At least 10 years.
10 years? 96, 2006, more than that, 15 years. Well, the point is, and so you see, we're even telling you, if you guys have a Facebook following, a Twitter following, now some of you might say, well, why wouldn't I go to the local chamber and offer this to the, well, a lot of members do that. Go to the chamber, give it away for free. All of a sudden, they're all connected to you. What about if I go and blast this in Facebook or Twitter or blogs? Find somebody that knows blogs well. I mean, that's a joke, Mike. So the idea behind it is, as you can see, we talk about it. We give you sample Twitter messages that you can send out.
The training is great.
Yeah, I mean, the bottom line is, don't focus on this. Focus on being the hero and giving it away for free. That's the key. That's really it. And you know what? It's the most fun you've ever had, calling someone up who's been spending $800, $900, $1,000 a month and getting them on the top of Google in a few weeks for free. Okay? Some of the questions people always ask me. Number one, do I have to give away these articles for free? Can I charge people? Why can't I get a business network and charge my clients $100 a month? I send the article to you, you put it in for free, and I just made $100. Yeah, you can do that. Business network leaders get to submit 5 articles a month. Other people say to me, well, do I have to tell them, can I just put their business on for free? When it gets to the top of search engines, charge them whatever I want, and I'll pay the stupid $49 a month. Yes, you can do that too. As long as their information is accurate, that's important. That's fine. The possibilities are endless. Okay, Mike, I think that they get a feel for it. And again, the most important thing, before you forget, you want to make sure you email Jordan, Jordan, @smartguy.com, the city or cities that you're interested in. Make sure you give me your name and the best numbers to reach you. When I try and call you back tomorrow, if I can't reach you, you got to understand that the city that you want might very well be taken, so you want to go ahead and you want to make sure you provide me that information, and I'll go in order. Okay, Mike, you want to hit the questions?
I just want to summarize what this is all about. I want you to remind them what the special offer is, and then I'm going to go ahead and go through the questions. What I believe this is about is, as a marketer, you guys out there already know how to do things. Maybe you're an expert in building an email list. Maybe you're an expert at building websites. Maybe you know how to do SEO and get traffic or PPC. Regardless of what it is you do that you already know that you're an expert at, there's a huge opportunity in your local areas where you live. There are businesses who are now just finally getting a clue that they need to do these things. There are also businesses that have been screwed royally by people out there charging thousands and thousands of bucks for garbage service. There are people out there with websites that are crap, garbage websites that are no longer maintained by the people that built them for them, and these businesses have no ideas what to do with them. So the biggest opportunity right now is locally, because all of these businesses are realizing that if I want to make money, I need to have people find me on, Google and on the mobile apps and all of the different ways that people look locally. So what Jordan has here is a tool that he created to network people together that just so happens to be a great vehicle for those of us with skills and talents to use to get people in the door by giving them away a free web page. And if you're a network leader, you have other benefits, and then you could use this to go after and get all kinds of business. And once you get a customer, it's also a little different, because that person's going to say, oh, you built me a web page, I want to do some PPC, what do I do for this? And the beautiful thing about a lot of the stuff that you could sell these local businesses is that you don't even have to necessarily do the work yourself. You could outsource it to other people. You could be a middleman if you want. You could be nothing more than the guy that's walking down the street showing people that they're ranking for keywords already, and then saying, what do you need for your business? Even if you don't do it, you can go out and get it. So this is a great tool for all of those things, and really just about anything you could imagine that you could think of. So why don't you just go ahead and tell them again the deal. Tell them what a network leader is, explain the cities and their exclusivity, and just remind them how they could find out more from you, what cities are available. And then I'll ask you a bunch of questions.
Okay, so the price is the same for everybody. It's $199 a month. There's no contract. It's month to month. We don't need to lock anybody in. Nobody leaves because they only are worth more and more. If you just saw in the calculator, I was curious to see if, every city has a number of zip codes, but even if you only had one zip code, if it's 500 categories of 3, just 1,500 times 25, which is your portion, your half, well, that's $37,000 a month per zip code. So there's some good money that can be made. Now, granted, there isn't 500. There might not be a wedding coordinator in that particular zip code, but that gives you an idea. For this special, because of Mike, and by the way, I know all of the emails from today came from Mike, but because of Mike, and I will call to make sure the person says Mike when I talk to them, you're going to get 50% off. You're not going to get that if you don't, when I call you back, obviously say, how did you hear about us? Okay, so you want to make sure you remember the name Mike Liebner. You should already know it. Okay, so that's it. So you're getting $99, and then after the 30 days, as I said before, it goes to the regular price, $199. But my point, if I were all of you, is get a couple of networks. The first thing I would do is I would lease 4 banners, a realtor, a lender, a financial. This is what I'm just going through what most people do, because for these guys, for a lender, $50 a month, when he knows that you're going to go to every business in town, in the city, and give away something for free, and that you're going to recommend those 4 people to everyone for $50, he's going to do it in a heartbeat. All your costs are covered then. Okay? That's what I would shoot at first, secure that, and then grow it. Have fun. We even started a store. I'm going to show this to Mike. I don't think Mike's even seen this. I don't think you've seen this, Mike, have you? We made a partnership with Vistaprint. Smarter than the average guy. And then if you look at the back, here, I'll show you. So we have shirts, we have mugs, etc. Here, let's go to the back side. And you'll see it'll show Smart Guy. Okay? So we have shirts, we have mugs, etc., pens. Spread the word, because automatically, it's great for everyone loves a Smart Guy. That's a great one for my daughter and my wife. But the idea behind it is it's fun. Have fun growing your business. That's what you want to do, So again, that's it. And again, all you have to do, as I mentioned before, is email me at Jordan, Jordan, at smartguy.com, and just tell me again your name, your phone numbers, best to reach you, and the cities you want. If you're watching this on a recorded, you should call anyway, because I don't know if Mike will extend it or not. I wouldn't take a chance, but maybe he'll extend
details
it.
If there is a replay, and we'll see how the recording is and what kind of response you get and how many cities go. But if there is a recording, there'll be information on the page on what to do, a little more clear. Right now, it's just an opportunity to personally reach out to Jordan. He may not be able to work with everybody in the future personally. So right now is your chance to get a hold of him directly.
Yeah, that's the best way is through email because we get otherwise, you know, it gets to be crazy. And you cannot just go to Smart Guy if you've already tried, I'm sure a number of you had, and try to buy one. You can't get it. Okay, even at full price, you can't get it.
Okay.
So
Why don't you repeat the deal one more time, give the email, and then we're going to go ahead and I'll start asking you some questions here.
again,
Yes.
30 days, it's only $99. That's it. And then it goes to the regular price, $199 a month. All you need to do, again, is, and if you want us to take, if you're watching this recorded, you can click List of City Networks. But now that I think about it, if you're watching it recording after this call, there's probably going to be a lot more leased. So either way, you need to make sure that you call us up, and we'll tell you whether it's available or not. If people are always saying, well, how did you choose the ones that you started with? We just searched for the top cities via population. That's what we did.
And it's $99 for the first month, and you can get the city network that's closest to you. You become the network leader, and then you in turn get a profit every time you get people to upgrade from premium. Plus, you get to use it as a tool to introduce yourself to people in your local area as the network leader.
That's it.
And you just send Jordan an email at jordan@smartguy.com. Make sure and mention Mike Liebner so you get 50% off on the first month. And like Jordan says, everybody that gets them keeps them. I bought 2. I was so excited. He told me get 1, start with 1. I couldn't resist it. I got Laguna Beach and Irvine also. And, you know, I have to admit I haven't done anything with it, and I'm making money off of it.
Well, it's going to grow and grow and grow. And of course, we do things like we feature your current business on the home page. So as you're giving it away for free, you're automatically generating clients for yourself. Questions?
Oh, let's go with the questions here. Okay. Yes, there's going to be a webinar replay. We're going to make sure, I have to make sure the quality is good. So I'm hoping there will be a webinar replay. I'm recording it. So yes, I hope so. Here's somebody that desperately wants you to give them a call tonight. I'll pass that to you, Jordan.
Now you said that, Mike, and now you're going to get everybody hitting you with the same request.
You're probably right. Okay. How would the sales process work if I were to create a listing for a prospect before contacting them?
Excellent question. We have a lot of people that do that. Now, let me explain. It has to be legitimate information. Okay, but you can fill them out. They have to know what you're doing, though. You have to let them know that you're doing it because the information has to be correct because we're a business network. So after it goes in, local people might contact them and welcome them to the network, etc. So you might want to call them up and say, hey, I'm going to do something for you. No cost at all, you know, and because, again, if somebody calls them and they say, I don't know what Smart Guy is, or I didn't know what the Edmonton Business Network or whatever it is, I don't know the Australian Business Network. Okay, so it has to be legitimate information, but you can go ahead. I'll tell you a perfect thing that a lot of our business network leaders do is they talk to a business and say, hey, I'm not just a web designer. I actually run the local city network, the New York City Business Network, and we already have an excess of, I'm sure a lot of you, when you check your city network, it's not like you're coming in with 0. If you're choosing one of our existing networks, you might have 400 or 500 businesses already. So you have that prestige of saying, so we already have over 500 businesses, but we don't have many dentists. Would it be okay if our 500 businesses used you for dental service? Then just pause. Okay. Then what I would say to them is, would it be okay if we gave you a free web page with the understanding that if I can get your web page on the top of search engines in a couple weeks, you might be willing to pay $49 a month to keep it. Who's going to say no? There's no risk. They're not paying anything. And then once it gets there, you secure it. Now, again, you don't have to do it. I'm sure a lot of you are saying, why would I charge only $40? You can charge whatever you want and put them in this way. That's just an example. But so the answer to the direct question is you can preload their information, but it must be accurate. It must be their information. And each profile has its own unique email address. It has to be their legit email address.
Now, there's also people doing this on their own, and as a network leader, you know who are doing this, so that's where you get the leads from primarily, right? There are already leads coming to you. You don't have to necessarily go out and solicit every one. People find Smart Guy and sign up for the listings on their own.
Oh, that's correct. If you have a city network, let's say I have the Phoenix Business Network, and someone goes directly to my Phoenix Business Network, to my page, and clicks here. Let me show you, or whatever the network is. You go to the network. I want to show you guys this. Even if you don't, that's why Mike's making money. Even
Yeah.
if you don't know anybody and you do no marketing, if you have your network, the network we've set up for you has a banner that says add your business for free. When you click it, watch what happens. Automatically, it'll have a referrer code. See that? So it doesn't matter what it is. Phoenix Business Network. I had to choose a city. I probably will misspell. Is it network or networking? I'm not sure, actually. This one might be networking. I think it's networking. Let's see here. Okay, so for example, let's say they're going to the Phoenix Business Network. Okay, if they click add your business for free, do you see how it says sponsor equals one? So it's automatically tracked to you whether you personally invite them or not. Okay, Mike.
Okay, how large an area can one operate for the monthly fee stated? Can you explain? Another question asked about, is it zip codes, is it cities? Can you explain?
Yes. Every business that comes in will be listed in all city networks within a 30-mile radius of their zip code. So if I sign up in 90210, which is Beverly Hills, I'll be in all city networks automatically within a 30-mile radius, as well as my industry network. So if I'm a doctor, I'll also be in the doctor business network. If I'm a dentist, in the dentist business network. If I am a contractor, whatever, I'll be in the contractor business network.
And what about the network leaders and the cities? What areas do the cities typically cover?
It's a 30-mile radius, so automatically it will propagate all businesses within 30 miles of you. So in other words, even if you just have a small city network, it's a small city that you live in, any business that signs up in a 30-mile radius will still propagate into your network.
Got it. Okay. How many premium members can there be per network?
There can only be 3 professionals per category per zip code. That's it.
How
That's
many
all
categories?
There can be. 400 to 500 categories. I think there's 500 now.
And you could always expand those as well in the future as they fill up.
To give you an example, yes, correct. To give you an example, if you go to findaprofessional.com, that's our sister site. And this also pushes leads to our, oh, you'll like this. I should have talked about this. This is kind of a neat thing. So we get thousands of consumers that go here. They select the category, describe what they need, and they get multiple bids. So they come here. Let's say I need auto body work. The consumer goes there. They fill out that lead. They hit send. That lead goes to all auto body work. So people in that category within 30 miles of their zip code. The lead goes to everybody, but the only people that get the name and the phone number of the actual lead are the premium members. How many leads is it going to take for them to upgrade to premium? Here, I'll show you what I mean. So if you hit view posted projects, so you see it needs storm windows installed. It needs 15 storm windows. So you see there's no name and phone number here. Okay, install an alarm system, no phone number. So they have to click here and they have to upgrade to premium to get the lead. Now you're saying, well, Jordan, then why wouldn't everybody upgrade? Aha! That's from a movie, Mike. Aha! I think it was Analyze This, but don't quote me. Okay, other questions?
You can't handle the questions. That was from a movie.
Oh.
Is this unique for each zip code or for a district like main city and inner surrounding suburbs?
I'm sorry, say that again?
It's a little bit confusing. I'm just reading this word for word. I'm not translating it. Is this unique for each zip code or for a district like main city and inner surrounding suburbs?
The name is where the exclusivity is. So if you have the, for example, Scottsdale Business Network, we will not have another Scottsdale Business Network. It doesn't mean that there won't be overlap. So if I get the Phoenix Business Network and somebody else has Scottsdale, because it propagates a 30-mile radius, that business will be listed in both. But it's exclusive to the name. Okay? So you want to grab the bigger cities. I mean, a lot of people say, well, this is a question I'm sure a lot of you are going to have. Do I want to get the cities closest to me or the cities that are the biggest? Local, and we began by saying local marketing is where you want to be. You want to control your area. Now, if
Yeah,
you do a company like search engine optimization or web design where it doesn't matter where you are, well, get your local area and then get, the other one that you want to try and get.
I
But
did both actually. I got the one where I live, and then I got Irvine, which is just a
right.
huge area.
I mean,
So
we didn't even talk about Mike. Imagine if I have a network with 500-600 people. Okay, guys, focus on this. 500-600 people. Now I invite everybody to a live event. So I go to a local restaurant. Here's an easy way, and this is in your manual. We provide you all this. I go to a local restaurant and say, hey, listen, we have 500 or 600 members. We're going to do our first event. Maybe we'll have 100, 200 people here. Is it okay if we go to your bar and meet and drink? I don't think the restaurant will say no. Say, I just need a happy hour. It doesn't have to be, it can be your slowest night. How about a Tuesday night or something? Is that okay if I invite everybody to drink here at your establishment? And of course, they're going to say, I'd love it. See, all I ask is that you throw in some free appetizers and stuff. Fair enough? They'll say yes. So now I invite my member base and I say, guys, you're already in our network. Now I'm going to give you the opportunity to network with other businesses and meet with each other and develop increased alliances. You can meet us at this restaurant on this date and time.
yeah,
Appetizers will be served. And
you
just,
could do
give us 20.
seminars, training
Oh,
series.
yeah, but what, Mike, let's say I charge $20 just for the costs or whatever. Okay,
Even
if I
if
have
you do
200
it for
people show,
free, you get people that you could sell your services to.
right. But 200 people at $20 is $4,000. That's not horrible.
Well, I'm sure somebody's going to do it. We may do it sometime too, some kind of an event like that. So
We
the
should.
the local network leaders have the contacts of all the people that register in their.
Well, right. Well, what we do is we market. We have a once a month email that we send out to all our members. They'll have a section under their area. So it would say, for example, Beverly Hills business, like what's going on. Then Beverly Hills, our network is planning on blah, 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 blah. Los Angeles, our network is now offering a special on banner ads. New York City, we're thinking about doing our first live event. Email us, whatever it is, whatever your message is, we send it out.
Okay. Here's a question that kind of is almost similar to what we're talking about. If a city is available and already has members, how does that affect you if you lease the network?
Excellent question. It starts from where you begin. On the other hand, here's something that we do internally. If somebody signs up in your network, even if they didn't go through your page, even if you didn't bring them in, if they're not referred by anybody else, we'll slide them under you until you're at least covering your costs. So our goal is to get you making money as quickly as possible. Why? Because you'll grow it faster and faster and faster. Remember our principal goal. I've developed companies, we've made money. Our goal is to help millions and millions of businesses. So whatever I got to do to help that happen, that's the whole point of Smart Guy.
Okay. Here's another question. What do you give away for free, PC site or a mobile site?
Well, it's all PC based. Well, not PC, could be an Apple too. I mean, it's all on the computer. We don't have a mobile app yet. I mean, you can go to you can find us via iPhones or whatever through smartphones. We're developing one, but we're also developing a technology, and I can't go into it, but it will allow you to connect with them without emailing. It's more of an innovative approach that allows you to reach people instantly. You know when they're on the computer, even if they're not on Smart Guy. So we're working on other stuff like that the techs don't ever let me talk about unreleased. And some of our techs, Mike, you know how they are.
Here's another question. How does it compare to Google Places?
Well, Google Places is fine. Google Places, some of the only problems with Google Places is, let's say I'm in a suburb, but most of my business comes from, let's say I'm in Evanston, Illinois. It's a suburb of Chicago. But most of my business comes from Chicago. So with Google Places, I think you're only listed in that specific area. There's no multiple phrases. There's no ability to change your keyword phrase. There's no networking element. There's no discounts. I mean, I can go on and on and on. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it, but it's different.
Okay.
Understand that what we're developing is ecosystems, a massive ecosystem. It's like people say to me, how do you compare to a networking group, a meetup, or what are these networking groups? Well, the problem with a lot of those is once I've gone a month or two, I met the 10 or 20 or 30 members, and after a month or two, I've met them all. I've exhausted the leads. Smart Guy connects you to not only everyone you know, but everyone they know, everyone they know, everyone they know, ties them in together, and then brings all the consumers in. It's like I began that story. Those of you that missed it, there was a joke that was sent to me from a friend of mine. and it says, if someone's having a bad day, remember that day in 1976, Ronald Wayne sold his 10% stake in Apple for $800. Today it would be worth $58 billion. So you're hearing about Smart Guy, you're hearing about it way in advance, and some of you might be trying to think, what could this be worth? Well, I don't know if you have a calculator. Let's look for fun. I'm just curious. Hang on. So let's say if there's 43,000 zip codes, I know I'm going off the path, but now I'm just curious. 43,000 zip codes, 500 categories times 3 is 1,500 times 49. It can make,
Why don't you do that with local businesses for a network leader, the potential?
That's what it can make per month. What is that number?
What can make?
Well, Smart Guy essentially.
What about a local network leader?
Okay, a local network leader. Let's say, how many zip codes are in whatever, Irvine?
Listings?
No, zip codes. How many zip codes are in it? Give me a city number of zip codes.
I really don't know.
Well, it's 500 businesses of 3 each, so that's 1,500 businesses. Let's say there's, 5 zip codes times 5 times $49 a month. So they make half of that every month.
Right, and that doesn't even include all the services you could sell those businesses if you wanted to.
Well, you mean, your own businesses, article marketing, whatever. Correct.
Yeah, which leads me to the other question that I was just about to ask anyway. What services can you offer to people that sign up in your city?
Well, we have a lot I haven't even talked about. We have a new one that we've developed for our members. We talked about articles. We talked about all the upgrades that are there. Here's something I don't even know if I've shown you yet, Mike. We started a new thing that we're providing for our members called Stealth Videos. So, for example, watch this. Like, we offer business networking sites. So we tested this out. We only released this a week and a half ago. So if I search business networking sites on Google, watch this. Business networking sites. Okay. So what stands out, Mike? You tell me.
What stands out?
I'll give you a little hint.
Video?
Yes. So if someone's searching business networking sites on Google, this is ours. We created it, just like we've done all our optimization, so now we can optimize videos. So now all of a sudden, if they have a business, we can optimize that video for them. Okay?
Got it.
So just so you see the power of it,
let's think of, just real quickly, you can go ahead.
Okay, so
I was just hoping to get from you the different services that a local consultant can sell or offer their potential clients. Build web pages, get them a Facebook presence, help them learning Twitter, build email lists.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. Well, yeah, and you just mentioned some of them. They can offer Facebook pages. A lot